So Bitcoin actually tanked yesterday, and I think it was actually going towards bounce zone 2 over here, but it only came to bounce zone 1 and it wicked under all the way to 98k, which was a pretty good buying opportunity to be fair. Surprisingly, it is bouncing. I don't know what's going to happen with the potential WW3 World War 3 news, but we'll see. That'll depend on how low it goes. The lower this goes, the more chances it has of flying to the upside. So if it comes to bounce zone 3, chances are we're going to get an insane rally. It needs to cool off. A lot of people profited off this run here, and it needs to cool down really. I think with the fear and greed, today if we actually look at them, fear and greed index is in fear finally. We are in fear, and it looks like we're going to head to extreme fear before we go back up again, which makes sense because you have to reset, especially when it has been in greed. I didn't think it'd come down so soon. Now we are back in neutral on the other one, but usually when you do see greed or extreme greed, you usually see fear and extreme fear straight after. Sort of like this consolidation period here until the Fed decide to cut rates. The thing which I'm looking at, in fact, is I've got some virtuals locked and staked on my account here on Virtuals Protocol. I am going to take the virtuals out, and I was thinking about swapping it for Brett, because Brett hasn't had any Coinbase listing. It looks weak. It doesn't look like it's bouncing, and on the RSI, it looks like a good buy, especially with this all-time high being at 20 cents. With people going risk off, I don't think it's smart to be jumping into altcoins, but the altcoin season index is very low. So I'd rather take the gamble now rather than buying at the top, which I have done and made the mistake of previously. Because we're in 12, man. This is all-time lows. And I've heard, and data proves, that it could go lower as well. So don't think this is the low by any means. But I just think it's safer to buy altcoins here than when they start moving. Because you know what they say, right? It's always safer to buy the fear than the greed. Also, when we look at the charts again on TradingView, I'm thinking, and not even thinking, I'm buying Nike stock today. Nike stock, that isn't the one. I don't know why it always shows me the wrong one. However, if we look at Nike, $59. Pre-market it is a little bit higher, but on the stochastic RSI, if I actually get that, look at the EMA as well. Like its fair value is about 72. If we look at the stochastic RSI, there we go. It's oversold. I don't like this advanced one. I like the other one. It's so much cleaner. Even this one I don't really like. However, it shows that it is oversold on the daily and on the 4 hourly as well. It looks very, very oversold. It sort of shows a flipping momentum, to be honest. I probably need to start using this one a bit more. My eyes just aren't used to it. I just like this one a little bit better. It just shows me. It's so much cleaner and easier to see. So on the 4 hourly, it looks like it does want to push higher. It is in this sort of upwards trend. It did break it, but it looks like it's going to go back to around that level. I think if I look at, I think Trading 212, I've set up an account on there. Let me add some funds and see if I can actually make payments there. Yeah, apart from that, that's all good. On the 1 day, it is oversold. On the weekly, it's overbought on the weekly, which is kind of mad. So are we going to carry on going a bit lower? We might actually come down to like 48. No way. It was oversold right here at 53. Bro, Nike doesn't look good at all. On the monthly, it's got to be oversold, right? Yep. It looks like it wants to go high. This looks like a descending wedge. This could explode, bro. On a G-ting, this could explode. If you zoom out, you're getting prices better than COVID. I might have to buy again, bro. I cannot lie. Might have to buy a little bit more today because I was planning on DCAing. The weekly just doesn't look good to me though. It looks like it's reclaimed a bit of strength. It wants to go lower usually when we come up a little bit higher. So maybe up to this region here at 72, May go back down to like 44. This looks bad for Nike, I can't lie. That's why I won't buy too much. I think I'll just DCA and go from there.